What's good? What's good? It's the one and only, but what do I know? Boxing coming back at y'all with another one, man. So we got Tszyu in the news. All right, man. So it looks like as soon as Jermell Charlo walks into the ring as of September 30th against his bizarre clash with Canelo Alvarez, he will be stripped for the WBO title, and they will then hand that title over to Tszyu. I want to say Charlo will be champion at recess. I'm not sure. All right. So of course you know how I do it, man. We got to talk about it because there's a few questions that I have for the haters and the fans. All of the above. I just have a few questions that I want to be answered, and then we can go from there. All right. So let's go ahead and break it down a little bit. So shout out to ESPN.com. It says WBO to award Tszyu full world champion status. It says Tszyu will be elevated to full WBO light middleweight world champion as soon as Jermell Charlo is announced as such in his controversial clash with Canelo Alvarez. The WBO confirmed the move on Thursday in a lengthy statement that also sanctioned the September 30th super fight that scuppered Tszyu's mandatory shot at Charlo for all the belts. Charlo pulled out of the obligatory Tszyu fight instead to jump up 2 divisions to meet Alvarez in a big money pay that was always likely to cost him his status. Tszyu beat Tony Harrison to claim the interim status and retain that with a knockout over Carlos Ocampos to retain it while waiting for Charlo, who originally delayed the fight due to injury. The WBO statement outlined that recognition of Charlo's status as champion will be terminated as soon as he enters the ring in Las Vegas next month and was announced. Tszyu will then be automatically elevated to full champion as he would if the Canelo Charlo bout does not go ahead for any reason. So it's saying either way it goes, he's gonna be basically champion at 154 for the WBO. He's gonna hold the WBO title. All right. It says Charlo dismissed Tszyu's pulling power in an interview ringside at the Terrence Crawford Errol Spence Jr. fight on the weekend. Both middleweights have been linked to the Australian, but a more likely fight for Tszyu could be against American Brian Mendoza. He holds the interim WBC, and if that organization follows the WBO leads and strips Charlo, it would mean Tszyu Mendoza fight would be for a world title unification bout. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about it. All right, so here we go, man. I got a question for you guys. All right, so does this make Tim an email champion? You know, does that term sound familiar? For y'all that don't know where the term email champion comes from, let me go ahead and break this down to you. The term email champion came from the fans that didn't like Devin the Dream Haney. The email champion and mostly more so Teofimo made the term up and the fans rolled with it, and they were saying that Devin Haney is the email champion. Now, this is what happened. This is what caused Devin Haney to get the email champion. Devin Haney was Lomachenko's mandatory, right? And Lomachenko then decided not to fight Devin Haney because he wanted a bigger fight with Teofimo. Now, personally, in my definition of a duck, if you're not fighting one fighter but to fight a fighter just as tough or just as dangerous or more dangerous, that's not considered a duck. So I didn't consider that a duck because Lomachenko was fighting Teofimo, which is just as tough of a fight as Devin Haney in its own way, and also it's a more lucrative fight. So I understood that, and I got that, and a lot of fans understood. A lot of fans said Lomachenko didn't duck Devin Haney because he took the tougher quote unquote fight with Teofimo Lopez, but the WBC, who was the sanctioning body that Devin Haney was campaigning in, they stated that Lomachenko requested to be elevated to franchise champion, therefore he wouldn't have to fight Devin Haney and he can get this fight off with Teofimo. So what then happened is the WBC, they elevated Lomachenko to a franchise champion, and they And what happens is that a franchise. I know this is confusing, but that's the state of boxing. Stupid, I know. WBC be doing some stuff, but they elevated that title. They elevated Lomachenko to the franchise champion, which is not even a champion. It's not a title. It's a status. And Devin Haney was awarded the WBC title because Lomachenko, didn't want to face him, and he got elevated to franchise, right? So everybody was saying that Devin Haney was the email champion. Well, ironically, and don't forget when people said that Lomachenko never ducked Devin Haney because he went to fight a tougher fight, and I agree. That's my statement. So now all of a sudden, Jermell Charlo was supposed to fight Tszyu, but then got injured, and then an opportunity with Canelo came about, right? So I feel like everybody should know. I mean, how Canelo's the much better, much more accomplished, much more lucrative fight than Tszyu. So why would, and then then Jermell Charlo is moving up 2 weight classes. That's not a duck. That's not a duck because he's fighting a better opponent, a more accomplished opponent, a more lucrative fight. And this fight does more for his legacy than would Tszyu. Because now if he beats Canelo Alvarez, he then becomes a 2-division undisputed champion. That does more for his legacy than Tszyu would. So is this a duck? Nope. And I'm telling everybody right now, Jermell Charlo did not duck Tszyu to fight Canelo Alvarez. That don't even make sense. Because Tszyu stated himself, he would have done the same thing. If Canelo Alvarez would have offered Tszyu an opportunity, he would have went for it too. So it's not a duck at all. No, it's a great business move and legacy move, right? So Tszyu gets rewarded the belt, the WBO belt, comes September 30th once Jermell Charlo steps in the ring with Canelo Alvarez. So the scenarios are very similar. So now I want to know, do we call Tszyu an email champion like we did? No, well, I didn't call Devin Haney an email champion, but like the Devin Haney haters. Do you guys keep that same energy with Tszyu? Because it's the exact same scenario. Lomachenko didn't want to fight Devin Haney, so he moved up in weight. But he chose to fight Teofimo. Now, look, again, I gotta keep saying this because I know how you guys like to twist my words, and often I'll repeat myself a lot just so you guys won't twist my words. But that's not a duck, you remember? You can't duck Devin Haney in a fight Teofimo. That's not a duck because he's fighting another dangerous opponent, right? So again, it's the same scenario. Except for Jermell is fighting an even more dangerous opponent, more accomplished opponent, more lucrative fight. So if you give Lomachenko a pass for fighting Teofimo Lopez because that was the more lucrative fight, a dangerous fight, then you should be more than welcome to give Jermell Charlo credit for moving up to 2 weight classes fighting Canelo Alvarez, who's more accomplished than Tszyu. Who would win in a fight between Canelo Alvarez and Tszyu? Raise your hand if you think Tszyu would beat Canelo Alvarez. Don't worry. I know what you're saying. I can't see who's raising their hands, of course, but it's no need because nobody's raising their hands because nobody in their right mind think Tszyu would be able to beat Canelo Alvarez. So you mean to tell me that you feel that Jermell Charlo is ducking Tszyu to fight Canelo Alvarez, a bigger, a better, a more lucrative fight? Stop the cap. Stop the cap. But congratulations to Tszyu. Congratulations on becoming the email champion. I'm going to keep that. I'm going to use that. I'm going to use you guys' term against you. And then I just want to watch you say, oh no, Tszyu's not an email champion, man. Devin Haney was. Even though the scenarios were the same, Devin Haney was the email champion because he didn't beat the champion to get the belt. Yeah. I love making y'all mad because this video going to make y'all mad. I don't give a damn. Anybody wants to debate, you're more than welcome to hop on. But congratulations to Tszyu, the email champion. The email champ. Congratulations. Now I know this is gonna suck because this is gonna sound like I hate Tszyu because I don't hate Tszyu. I like Tszyu, but I just find the hypocrisy in all you. I just want to see if that stays the same. I just want to see if that energy stays, if the energy is still there with Tszyu like it was with Devin Haney. I just want to see. Cause from now on, I'm referring until Tszyu and Jermell Charlo fight. I'm referring to Tszyu as the email champion. All right. Let me know what you guys think. How mad did I piss you off? Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. But what do I know? Congratulations, email champ.